aka trying my patience. It's like hard being smarter than people though, because
especially when it's your family.
Yeah,
it's even worse.
Because it's like, what do you? Oh, okay. Is it time for Bali yet? Because I need an island away from humans.
You need to be a world away.
I need from to not be in
humanity.
Contact.
Period.
Even just saying that ship is a trend. You know that?
It is. Well, that's what I was kind of like, are we shipping that? I'm saying shipping.
Are we shipping the word ship?
Are we shipping this?
When I tell people that we produce this on our own, people are like shook. I'm like, trust me, no one's more surprised. No one's more surprised
we are the people.
that this is produced by us than me.
Cheers.
Oh,
cheers,
boy.
baby.
The mango just hits.
You know what's like my worst nightmare? And it's going to happen one day.
What?
Is when we record a full episode with a guest, but then we didn't record it.
Why the fuck would you say that?
It's going to happen
Stop
one day.
it.
It's going,
Tori.
I am prepared.
No.
This is why I'm overly crazy about it.
It's literally not going to happen.
Okay, not going to happen.
The worst that happened is when I got excited and unplugged my microphone.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
But at least we found it.
Well, we had the
and we
backup.
had the backup.
We always had backup. Backup audio is...
Yeah, backup audio
for...
They know us.
I know us.
I'll cheers to that.
Cheers, bitch.
Okay.
We need this moment. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to another episode of The Cellfie Show,
where we are bringing you the weekly dose of sweet and salty. I am Tori, the founder and now co-host of the show. I am a nurse, blogger, and podcaster.
And I am Sam. I am a flight nurse, college professor, powerlifter, and co-host of The Cellfie Show. And, ooh... Today's bonus is when shit hits the fan, and we are cheers,
baby,
to when shit hits the fan.
Cheers.
We needed a drink. It's a Monday. We're drinking on a Monday because shit has hit the fan.
We needed a minute. This is actually, I think, an extension of last week's.
This is going to be a therapy sesh because my blood pressure is boiling today.
Sam's had a day, you guys.
I've had a day. I am... Woo!
Sam came in. She came in hot. She came in loaded. She came in ready today.
I came in my rental car, by the way, a Mitsubishi Mirage. Didn't even know that existed. It's literally the size of a smart car.
I was gonna say, what is it?
I barely fit in it, by the way. I stand next to it. I feel like, you know, an adult standing next to one of those big
like toy cars.
Toy cars.
Toy car.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what, like the Fred Flintstone ones where you like use
like
your
a roller
feet.
skate.
Yeah. I'm like, why do I look so giant next to this car? Like my car's an SUV.
Right.
And now I'm in this Mitsubishi Mirage.
This is what you get for $35 a day.
What is this, a car for ants? Literally, yeah, it's like $30 a day.
Oh,
Let's talk about it.
This is why we wanted to talk about this today, because shit
when it rains, it pours. It's never just one thing.
No.
Nothing ever just goes wrong and has it just be one thing going wrong.
Yeah, it can't be.
It's all the things. All at once. Bring it on, baby.
Sam's had that. I went on a tangent about my shit that's been going on.
Yeah, you had a weekend.
I think you and I we just need to like have a minute and be raw and real with you guys that things are not always perfect.
I'm wearing my A&O ×1 hat in honor of today because it's just how I felt. It's like I am not
Love you, Evie.
alert and oriented.
Yes.
Evie, when he made this hat,
genius.
I bought it like that first drop because
Absolutely.
I was like, this describes me in a nutshell.
Damn it, I should have mine on too. Yeah, no, he was just genius. Like, that was one of the most perfect, iconic moments.
That's the best medical pun in all of the land.
And you know what's like, what I like about it is that it's so subtle, right? It's like you wouldn't know.
If you know, you know.
Unless you know.
Yeah.
Either you know.
If you know, you know.
Oh yeah. So the past couple weeks have been a little crazy. So Sam and I want to pop on the mic just basically to be like, if you are going through some mad shit right now, you are not alone. We are right there with you.
We are in shambles.
Life is in shambles. Okay, Sam. So let's start with you, because you've had a week. Or
okay.
Two. No. Fuck that. You've had a couple months.
I've had the last 3 years since 2017. It just doesn't stop.
She's still signing her years. 2019, you guys.
I really am. Okay. Ugh. So. In July, my car broke down on the way home from your house.
Yes.
I got it towed from Redondo Beach to Orange County.
This is why you and Moses and Rambo just need to move in already, you know?
I know, and I just re-signed my lease in Orange County, so 17 months.
Here we go.
Work's just been crazy. we started the new fall semester. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm just getting my ass kicked. My job is busy.
Yeah, every time I feel like every shift, I feel like you've been exhausted.
We're busier than we were pre-COVID.
For us too.
And it's wild. So I don't know. Please just get fucking vaccinated.
Yeah, and on your end, I feel like it's a
busy
lot
out
of.
there. I'm going on COVID patient transfers.
Yeah, a lot of COVID.
My
end is a lot of COVID babies, meaning people making babies.
Yes.
COVID.
And a lot of COVID moms.
Yeah, a lot of COVID moms. We'll say
that is happening.
Yeah, it's been nuts.
So
I unleashed this last week about Jacob and I having a shit hit the fan, you guys. Normally I would say, like, marriage-wise, you see a lot of behind the scenes. Like, Jacob's, he's a fabulous husband. He's a great husband. Love him. Usually we're pretty good. But this last week... Okay. So the long story short is, it's been crazy. Like, I've been starting, working on getting this new job and, like, life-changing. Like, everything's kind of...
How is the new job? Have you started orientation yet?
Like, things start technically next week.
Okay.
Nights. We're going to do a full back to nights moment, you guys.
Yes, we have a new episode that we're going to let Tori work a month of night shift, and then we're going to do a part 2 of our night shift tips and tricks after Tori can now speak about it.
Back to the dark side, baby. So that's been happening. The job, everything with the podcast has been nuts. We have a lot going on in the back end. Like, I just work, school is dry. You guys, like, that's been a nightmare. Just one of the assignments that I was supposed to do this last week, I haven't even told you this. I misread the PowerPoint, or like the objective, basically. So I literally basically failed it. And have to redo the whole
for
thing.
Fools.
Literally, like, I'm so pissed at myself. So I'm like, I have to redo this whole fucking thing, because like it was my fault because I misread it. But I think it was just, I've just been going.
It's more the time that you spent doing something that doesn't, like, you have to redo.
Absolutely.
That's the more frustrating part. It's not even like a fail, big whoop, you do. It's more like you can't get that time back.
Right.
And you worked so hard.
And I worked so hard on it. So, and the professor was super nice about it. Anyway, long story short, all these things happened. And then Jacob and I hosted a going away party for one of my really good friends. She's an RT who's moving. She's taking her travel assignment. She's being smart. She's jumping on a travel assignment. And yes, she did use the Resume RX as when she redid her resume, just so you guys know. But Jacob and I basically got into a huge fight at the party, like right in front of, not a huge fight. Basically, he made a comment to me in front of a lot of our friends that was just like a really low blow. And I just like looked at him and I was kind of like in shock. I was like, did he really just say that? Like
right here, right now?
Yeah, like, right. It felt like you were just like either airing dirty laundry, or what he said was like, it sounded like you're either airing dirty laundry or just being kind of like nasty. Like just
like petty.
Yes.
Like Sam vibes.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I've grown up a lot, you guys.
Well, you and Jake vibe in that way, right?
We are. I relate to Jake.
He's funny. But usually his angle on that is like more humor. Yeah. Like less.
It's like if I say it funny, I can squeeze in the dig.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
I get it. I relate to him.
Yes. So the dig was there. Long story short, the tension in the room, like everyone, you could literally like cut it like a knife. Like it was just one of those things where I was like, ooh.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
It was bad. So that night, of course, pissed, blah, blah, blah. I went to work on Saturday, did not talk to him the whole day, came home, and he had very kindly scheduled us a massage because I think he knew.
Clone Jacob. I loved him.
Just knew. But it's funny, though, because I asked him, I said, why did you do that? Like, I really want to know why. Like, what you said, fine.
That's good communication, though. Like, who cares what you said? Or how it made me feel and all that, but let's get to the let's like actually communicate about it on a deeper level. Totally. The why. And I think that's actually really smart for your relationship.
Yeah, because even like what he said, it's not that you were wrong or you're incorrect, but like the way you did it and why you did it. So long story short, we got to the why, and he basically said, like, I felt like it was a way for me to almost
get your attention?
Yes. Or to control the situation, or to... Like, he knew that was going to be the way to, like, get to me. You know what I mean? because I'm very much someone that's super private, and I'm very like on a lot of things in my personal life, like we don't air dirty laundry, like we don't, like I'm very much, but I am about being very transparent, and in this moment, the transparency being our relationship definitely was not perfect. We were having issues in terms of like we weren't connecting, so we reconnected. We took a minute, and subsequently, you know, we went and did this massage, which, first of all, okay, if you're someone that struggles with mental health, like you're in this cloud, right, and you're just like tired, you're exhausted, you're overworked, you're burned out, I swear if you get a massage, and like I requested feet and head rub more, like it literally releases endorphins. Like I literally think
whenever I get a massage, they're like appalled at like how much stress I carry in my shoulders. They're like, how do you walk?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how I function.
It's just one of those things that I'm such a big advocate for literally being touched by someone in that way. I think it just literally is so healing for us. We love doing that as a couple. It's one of our favorite things. So I got Sam also. We're going to go do a selfie day. I know, she gave me a
card today. It was like a glitter card. You know I love some glitter. I know. But that was actually really sweet. Well, even you and I got in a little tiffy on Friday. Not a tiff. Like, honestly, I feel like we work very well together. And I think we both know that, like, fighting isn't something we want to do. So we don't ever actually go there.
Right.
But you can tell when we're both in a mood and tension. And I came over on Friday in a mood.
Yeah, I could tell.
I was tired. I was grumpy. I slept like 3 hours. I was so in a mood.
Well, and I'll say this too. Okay, because this is like, this is us being transparent, right?
Yeah.
So I do the booking for our guests. And long story short, one of our guests booked earlier than I didn't realize that
I worked the night
booked
before
earlier because I actually was having our assistant help us. And so Sam came over and she was so fucking pissed. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, and I didn't realize that that's what had happened, in the sense of that she booked earlier than was actually supposed to happen on the calendar. So I felt really bad. But I just feel, but it's good.
But it was because, and then I was fine after. Like, I had my coffee, I had to cool off, and then I was fine. Yeah. Actually, as soon as we finished recording the episode, Tori tackled me and was like, come here. I was like a little toddler, like little puppy Moses. Yeah. He literally, like, just jumped on me and hugged me and was like, mwah, mwah, mwah. I just love you. And I was like, okay, I'm fine.
Because I felt bad, and, you know.
But it's, like, good because
we talk it out.
Yeah, and I think the older we get, communication is something. I'm a terrible communicator in the sense where everyone knows my thoughts and opinions.
Right.
I'm outspoken. I'm a Capricorn. I'm fucking middle child insane. So everyone knows that I have a strong personality and I have opinions, but I've always been a poor communicator in the sense that I don't get to that deeper why.
Right.
That like you and Jacob were talking about. Like I will project all my opinions and be loud, but I'm not good at actually communicating my why or how it made me feel, or even being more proactive and like, okay, I'm like let's get mad about what happened instead of like, no, let's be more proactive about how we can prevent this in the future. I think that's something we've actually gotten really good at through this partnership is like, I think we've had, besides the day that I was grumpy on Friday, before that we had one other issue. And I think from that point we both were like, we don't want that ever again.
For sure.
So even if we're both like feeling something, it's like, let's not sit there and backtrack about the why we're mad, because it doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Yeah.
So to sit there and stew and fight about something that already happened isn't serving you. It's not serving me. It's not serving us and this business relationship or podcast. I think we've actually gotten really good about like, let's talk about the future. Yeah. How we can be more proactive and prevent this from happening. And I think that has been some great growth personally for me.
Well, and I will say this too, because like everything that we talk about, it's so much easier said than done to take a minute to be the bigger person in that moment. Like, it's so hard. It is so hard, especially when you're someone like us. Like, for me,
I can't. You go zero so bad.
Yeah, it's hard to like not go to the petty. You just want to be so mean about it. Okay, this is a big piece of it.
Yeah, so let's get into actually like our tips of just shit hits the fan.
Right.
How do you cope? How do you deal?
Okay, so my big thing on this one, first thing is protect your energy. I think that's like huge. That Sam I try to get this through with you a little bit more, but protect your energy. Like, don't give it so much energy when you are.
I gave it too much energy today.
Yeah.
Then it gave me, my blood pressure has been high. I'm about to stroke out.
Yeah, totally.
I gave it too much energy.
This is why we have a White Claw. And for me too, you know, I need to take that as far as like with Jacob. Like, okay, he used the words to cut me down, fine, but like I need to be the bigger person and get to the why. Like, just be careful about where you're putting your energy. Don't be so angry. Deep breaths. Let it go. We're moving on. Okay, you had issues with your car. It will get sorted out.
I'm getting a new one.
Here we go. We're gonna.
Dude, I'm gonna look like a MILF with no kids in my new car. Here's the vibes. Let me give you guys the vibes. White Lexus SUV.
Okay.
Like the very like bright white.
Ooh, yes.
Like white.
Not like the pearl. Like
not
we're going white.
White.
Got it.
White Lexus SUV.
Okay.
Black rims.
Ooh.
We're gonna tint this bitch.
Love.
And then Ray-Bans on.
Yes.
Just iced coffee in hand.
Yes.
Snatched in my fucking Lululemons.
Hot. Love
MILF
this.
without kids.
Love
Check the vibes.
Check the vibes.
I've never been so excited to look like a middle-aged woman in my life.
I can't wait. This is so good.
That's
for
the
you.
vibes. That's
We're
the energy.
Checking the vibes.
It's like I can't afford a Range Rover, so I'm gonna do a Lexus SUV. But it's the vibes.
Okay.
It's a hybrid too because I have to drive here to record.
Yeah.
So the hybrid is gonna be like.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good for me. Love that.
And we can technically use it as a write-off. Write-off.
Right?
There you go.
Love an LLC moment.
Yeah, it's the mobile. It's a Cellfie mobile. It's gonna be lit.
Okay.
Okay, next one that I think is really important. This is actually a very direct thing. Please book a massage. I know this is gonna sound like very bad. I literally feel like, or whatever your thing is that you need to like decompress.
Actually, I like just
it.
being the direct about it. It wasn't like an option. I came over today and you're like, here's a card. We're going to go get a massage. And I'm like, oh.
We're picking a day.
This is very direct.
Okay, anyway, long story short, I just feel like a massage, that kind of touch or that kind of thing really just, I don't know what it was that yesterday. I think I was just so ready for it. And so when I was done, I just think mentally I was like, wow, that was... Like, the clarity was insane after.
I think we underestimate how much stress and tension we carry in our muscles also until you actually get worked on and you're like, whoa, I am not healthy.
Totally. Whether it's a facial, massage, get your toes done, get your hair done, something. I don't know. We're big advocates of that here. You guys know that.
So, the other one, use your people.
Yeah.
I sometimes am so stubborn in the go that it truly takes someone to pull me out of myself. So like even you saying, I'm going to book us a massage. Or just saying like, no, you need to take time off. You need to do this. We get so wrapped up in our own little micro world that sometimes it takes an outsider to check you. I need to be checked.
I think also a little bit of like practicing self-awareness and checking ourselves when, okay, so you just pull yourself out of it and just say, okay,
Reflection.
This is okay. It's not the end of the world. We're going to figure it out and move on. Something else I actually think is a little ironic because here we are cheersing, but I think taking a little time to honestly do like a cleanse week or like take that time to like really get your mind right. Like just really, okay, not going to drink for a week. We're going to sober up. We're going to have some clarity, change your mindset a little bit. You know, alter it up a little bit. I think sometimes that can help. Or have an extra drink, you know, like whatever you need to do in that moment.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I don't regularly drink. So for me, it was like, I'm so stressed today, I'm going to have one.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I don't remember the last time I had a drink.
See, this is good for you.
Mexico, probably vacation.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're keeping it stocked for here. You know, and just kind of taking the time to do those things. I mean, even, okay, if you're in a relationship for that, I think a big piece of it, obviously, is like connecting with your partner, hearing them out, you know, being mindful about that. Like, it's so hard, and I will say that it's so much easier said than done sometimes, because when you're seeing red, you know, you just want to go for the low blows. Don't go for the low blows.
The low-hanging fruit is never as good.
Yeah. And just, you know, I mean, shit happens, guys. Shit hits the fan. You know, you just re-roll with it. You figure it out.
At the end of the day, just keep it moving because, like, it's going to keep happening.
Yes. It's life.
Life is going to keep coming at you, and it's just, I feel like through the last couple of years, It just, every time I get up, something kicks me again. But I'm getting a little bit stronger each time where I'm just kind of letting it roll off my back where I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
On to the next.
Moving on.
Like, I have a lot of good things to be thankful for. And I think that's one thing too is, all right, when shit's hitting the fan, I hate when people invalidate your feelings by being like, well, it could always be worse. Well, no shit, Karen. Yeah, it could be worse. But that doesn't mean what I'm going through isn't valid and doesn't suck.
Right.
It's okay to acknowledge the suck. But it does not
Don't
hurt
let it suck you down.
to remind yourself of, I think I turn to what's going good when things are going bad. So yes, my family's making me want to pull my hair out and my blood pressure's so high I'm probably going to have a stroke. My car's in shambles and I'm driving a shitty rental car. I'm spending all this money that I don't have on all this car shit. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I have a good job that I love. I have a second job that I love. I have this podcast. I have Tori. I have Moses and Rambo that I love. I have my gym. I'm blessed and healthy enough that I can work out and do my workouts. I have a competition that I'm training for. I have I could go on and on and on. So I have all these amazing things. I have a roof over my head. I could have groceries in my fridge if I took the time to get them. But like I have food on the table. I have a roof over, like there's a lot of things to be grateful in my life. It doesn't invalidate the fact that stuff on my plate right now is heavy and weighing me down. But I think it's good to remind myself of all the things that I am grateful for and keep a positive perspective on life. Because I'm one that I tend to focus on the negative. And there's so much positive in my life. And so I just kind of need to reflect back on it and be grateful and practice gratefulness in times like this.
And I will say that takes practice.
It takes practice. It is not something that comes natural to me. It's something that I have to tell myself to do.
Yeah, it's interesting because actually many of you probably listen to him. Jay Shetty talks about that. He's the former monk. He was a monk who lived in India for a couple of years, and now he has a podcast and everything, but he talks about that as it's something that you have to actively practice, and it's much easier said than done, but I think it is important for us to really tap into. So, you know, when shit hits the fan, getting mindful, really thinking about it, protecting your energy, and, you know, taking these things and moving forward. That's what we're doing here, and we love you guys, and thank you so much for listening today. As always, make sure you're following us on our Insta. That's at CELLFIE_podcast. You can find all of our goodies there linked in the bio.
And follow us on Instagram. That's at Hey Samantha with 2 A's.
And at Nurse Tori.
And check us next week for a very spicy. It's a full-length episode Tuesday with a spicy guest.
Very spicy, very saucy.
Not safe for work.
Yeah, not safe.
Not safe.
Not safe for children. Not safe for work. We love that.
Love that for us. Okay, bye.
Bye.